Topic for the day: get your head out of your wherever and build the life and the business you want to build. Unfortunately, for most of us, and I did this for a long time, we kind of live our life by default versus by design, don't we? Which I got thinking about several years ago. I could not have pictured, because I didn't think about it to begin with, but I could not have pictured hitting gold medal level for production at Keller Williams, and I did last year. Woo-hoo! 2 years ago, Bill and I got, we're at the KW Gala, and I got my award, and he said, "You look kind of bummed." And I said, "Well, it was bronze. I was planning on increasing this year, and I didn't, so I'm not real happy." And so I decided that wasn't okay. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to live life by design, not by default. So one of the biggest messages I picked up this year from Family Reunion was you need to think bigger. Yeah. Think bigger. And it all starts with it's in your head. If you don't think you can do this, you won't do that increased production. But Keller Family Reunion, Summit, Mega Camp, all of it challenged us to think bigger. And that's what really kind of came home to me. Adam Hergenrother, some of you have seen some emails going around from him. $30 million in volume last year in real estate, and I went to a couple of his sessions, and one of the things was they said, what do you have to do that kind of production? He said, the first thing is your mindset. Okay? Ken DeLeon, Silicon Valley, $105 million in volume last year. Already this year, when he spoke to us, which was 45 days into the year, he'd done 120 because he sold a 9-digit house that he said will be the largest sale in the United States in X number of years. This guy thinks huge. Matter of fact, he said, my goals really don't have a whole lot to do with real estate in my area now. I've captured 10% of the market. I kind of like it. And I was thinking, okay.
Yeah, I like that.
So what he said is, I'm thinking, okay, what's your goal? He said, worldwide fame.
Wow.
That's his goal.
Wow.
And I bet you, if I was a betting man, I bet my medal, he will achieve it. He's a crazy man. But $105 million in volume, that challenges me. Think bigger. It's possible out there. We can create the life and the business that we want to have, but it all starts in your head. If you think not, you have not. Okay, that's my quote. If you think not, you have not. Henry Ford, though, said, if you think you can or you think you can't,
you're right.
You're right. And he's right on that. For sure. So mindset was the biggest change for me out of the Bold course that we did. I didn't even get a whole lot of new lead generation ideas or stuff, but out of doing Bold, the biggest thing was mindset is critical to what you're doing and what the life that you're building. So I've started reading recently, last month or so, I've started reading Tony Robbins' book, Unlimited Power. It has a lot to do with mindset. It's the whole focus of the thing, and how you can set your mind, and you can choose your mood, and you can adjust it in the snap of a finger. And I've practiced some of that, and it really does work. I want to keep understanding some more of that. So lately, I start my mornings, to begin with. I started by connecting, first of all, with the big power, which, by the way, is not just the universe. There's a bigger power behind the universe. There's a guy who created the universe, God. And if you have any questions about that, I'd be happy to talk to you, because I can prove to you that he does exist, and it has to do with this silver dollar as part of that proving. So if you'd like to know about that, talk to me. Okay? So I start my day that way. Next, I spend some time kind of visualizing what would be a perfect day for me. And so I start to picture people calling me and wanting to do business with me. And me just picking up the phone and saying, yes, can I help you? Or I start picturing me sitting down at a listing appointment with people and them saying, yes, we want to list our house with you. And then so it starts in my mind, and that's where the process for the day begins. Well, so far the results for this year, 60 days, I've had 17 listing appointments. 12 of those listings I've taken, and of the other 5, nobody has said no yet. It's just not yet. By the way, none of those 17 listing appointments are from door knocking. People have been calling me.
Smarty pants.
So I did a little training on this at our O-Team meeting right before we left for Family Reunion. And I was talking about mindset, the importance of setting your mind, decide what you want to begin with. Well, I didn't get a real warm reception from my team on that. As a matter of fact, my wife even said to me later, oh, whatever. And so I said, okay, whatever. Well, the day before we left for Family Reunion, which was, I think, the same day we had our meeting, if not the next day, Jeannie took a walk-in listing. Guy walked in looking for somebody. Floor person wasn't here. She took that and signed him up to list their house. We got a short sale approval that same day. It only took 3 weeks to get the short sale approval. 2.5 weeks, sorry. Missed a couple of days there. Dennis took a call and landed a buyer off of that call. And then an investor 4 call that we'd taken a couple of days before went under contract. All of that while I wasn't even in the office. Yay. And so my wife comes home and goes, maybe this stuff works. Maybe you're right.
So the moral, I mean, the message there is, Doug, go away. Just go away.
So it works. You get to decide. Now you got to do some work behind it too, and there's some things you want to put in place. But it does work to kind of picture and see. If you don't get it in your mind first, you're not going to do the work to do it. If I didn't get a picture in my mind of the production I need to do this, I would not have ever got there. You have not because you think not. You don't think you can do it. So I want to challenge you to change the way you think and to start to think bigger. Why don't you just set a goal that this year you're going to go to Summit, or you're going to do the CPR class that we're starting tomorrow, or you're going to go to family reunion next year in Orlando. Get on the monthly payment plan, just pay for it. Figure out, if you don't know if I can afford the airfare, I don't know how I'll stay. Those things will work themselves out. If you set that as a goal and you start to work towards that goal and you make that your mindset, that that's what you're going to do. Start to do it. Set your mind to it. Sign up and do it. Well, I'll have to wait and see. I don't know if I can sign up or not. And then eventually, you know what? Family reunion rolls around. Well, I can't go. And you spend another year not achieving the goals that you want to hit. Set your mind to it. Do it. And it'll start. Your mind will start to help you to achieve those goals and go the direction that you want to go. I'm thinking of starting a mindset coaching group. I'm coaching some agents in here, and if you're interested in doing that and getting into mindset coaching, we talk about some real estate as well. It'll cost you a little bit of money. You got to invest in yourself. Talk to me about that, and I'll keep working on that idea. But the big thing is get your head out of your arse, as they say in England. Get your head out of your arse and set your mind to it. Free yourself to have the life and the business production that you want to have. You can do it if you set your mind to it. People throughout history have done amazing things when they set their mind to it. Matter of fact, this guy has a few things to say about freeing yourself and setting your mind to do a bigger life.
You get the lights.
Oh.